Next up from the Bozo team will be Doug York. Qualifying jump of 16 feet, 10 and a half inches. Bozo team has won this 4 years straight. They're looking for number 5 for the thumb. Looking for number 5. 10 feet, correction, 16, 10 and a half was the qualifying mark.
Okay, we had an expert explanation of what happened there. You knock over the, not a gate. Knock over one of the parts of the gate. It was not a gate. Knock over the toe, those still viable, still stop the boots, and credit for it.
11 foot 7 inches on that, 11 and 7. Okay, next up from the Oregon Frog team, we have Wayne Grant. Techno Frog is the name of the frog. He qualified with 16 foot 10 and 1/2 inches. Oregon Frog team's been coming down here for 42 years. They've been jumping. Members kind of come and go. John Hand has been the senior member of this team. Wayne Grant will be jumping this frog as part of the Oregon Frog team. 16, 10 and a half as a qualifying mark. Oh, that frog, 2 good jumps and then it hooked to the right. "13 feet 7 inches on that, 13 and 7. Okay, next up from the Bozo Frog team, we will have Marcia Thompson jumping with her frog Tommy O, qualified with a mark of 16 foot 10 and 3/4 of an inch. 16, 10 and 3/4. That's what you hate to see, is a frog just turning left into a circle. Five foot 6 and 1/2 inches for Marcia. 5, 6 and 1/2. Next up from the Bozo Frog team will be Carrie Alexander with Atomic Frog is the name of her frog. Qualified with a jump of 16 feet, 11 and 1/2 inches. And just in case you're wondering, this carpet here has absolutely no pad underneath of it. That is concrete under there. When they lay out on this, it hurts. And so important for the jockey to stay behind the frog. First 2 jumps were really nice. That third one, it kind of hooked off to the left. Takes a little bit away from the distance. We'll get an official mark here in just a moment. 16 foot 9 and 1/2 inches. 16, 9 and 1/2. 19 foot 7 inches on that. 19 and 7. Okay, next one we have Araceli Albin with Crazy Frogs. Qualified with a jump of 17 foot 1 inch. Part of Team Green. There we go, that's what you want to see. Feet 3 inches on that. 18 and 3. Okay, next up from Team Green, we have Pablo Rodriguez with Emily. He qualified with a jump of 16 foot 1 inch. 16 and 1. 17-1 on the qualification. 17-1. Another outstanding effort from the Team Green. $19.8 and 1/2. $19.8 and 1/2. Okay, next up we're going to have Lisa Fasano from the Gustine Frog team with Imogene Green is the name of the frog, qualified at 17-1 and 1/2 inches. Foot 7 inches on that. 13 and 7. Okay, next up from the Oregon Frog team we have Dalton Tinbush with Larry is the name of the frog, qualified at 17 foot 2 inches. 17-2. Frog took a hard left on him. Get us an official measurement here. $11 foot even on that. 11 even. Next up, from the Oregon Frog team, will be Susan Hand. Mopar Mama is the name of the frog. Mopar Mama qualified at 17 foot 2 1/4 of an inch. That third jump was just a little skipper there. Get us an official mark here.
We have enough time to have one more station, but we need a permanent vote on everybody tonight. So everybody makes a big noise if you want to see one more station. How about
10 foot 9 inches on that. 10 and 9. Next up, from the Gustine Frog team will be Lucy Pisano. Frogette U is the name of the frog. Frogette U.
No, speaking of that. Yeah. One of my clients.
So riders, we're going to be doing one more station. So that means that we know your projectile is the gun. Black powder blank. The only thing that pops the balloon is the black powder is burning. And
15 foot 5 inches on that. For Lucy Pisano.
I got really
And that's my turn on the mic. I'm going to pass the mic over to John Allred here to bring home the top. John.
Thank you, Jim. Good. All right, next up here we have Brandon Brooks coming up. Brandon's with Papa Can Do from the Bozos. All right, what's up? I'm getting a Kevin.
Well, last Thursday night.
Brandon, where are you? He's out in the crowd someplace. He didn't know he was in. The list changed a bit. No, the time has started though, Brandon. That's it. I don't know. Papa Can Do, and I guess unless you... I don't know. Sorry about that. All right. No, okay. No mark on that ticket. It's just no showing up. Mike Zilke, you're up. Calaveras Frog Jockeys, Team Z. Hip Hopper's the name of the frog. Mike Zilke's the jockey here. Calaveras, these are some of your local boys here doing it. Calaveras Frog Jockeys.
Yeah, Mike!
Let the frog in, gets him, steers him right. And look at that, he's liking that right up to Buck's feet. You see how he steered that frog over to the left a little bit, got here, shade him over, blew on him. Amanda, you're up next. Amanda Fasano will be coming up. We'll get a mark here while Amanda gets her frog ready.
So anyway,
18 and 8, 18 foot 8 inches. Nice. Amanda Fasano coming up here with her frog. Cameron will be the name of the frog. Fasano, Gustine. John Hand will be after this jump. Amanda's up and then John. Amanda Fasano. Cameron, the frog. Setting up, looking. She's going to re-grab that frog. She's got a minute, as you heard before here. She's got 1 minute to do this jump. Coming my way. Buck's going to get the draw here. We'll get a mark while John Hand gets his frog in.
so that's supposed to and then the iron stuff.
8 foot, 8 1/2 inches, 8 foot, 8 1/2. John Hand with the Oregon Frog team here. John Hand. Believe This is the name of the frog.
You going to answer this?
Believe This, John Hand. John. He's going to be, he's pleased with that jump. He's out there a bit. We get Joseph Fasano coming out next as he rattles his frogs in the box. We'll get this mark here. Frogs aren't doing too bad for being a nice, cool day like today. 17 feet and 6. 17 feet, 6 inches on that jump for John. Joseph Fasano coming up with the Fasano-Gastine Frog team, and Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola will be the name of the frog. Coca-Cola. All right. Takes us over to the crowd. Oh, nice recovery on your part. That could have been a disaster right there. Your glasses missed him. That was a lucky break that the glasses missed the frog. He missed the frog. I mean, that whole thing about if any of his equipment or him touched the frog, that's a DQ at that point. But he stayed with it. 16 feet, 7 3/4 inches. All right, Caitlin Kitchell coming in here. Caitlin Kitchell with her frog giggles. She's in it for the giggles with the Foothill Froggers. Caitlin Kitchell, where's she at? Your frog is up, your time is running. Caitlin Kitchell, you better get your frog in gear. Caitlin. 8. Oh, Caitlin. That frog isn't cooperative at all. John Cole, you're up next. John Cole will get this mark here for Caitlin. Talk about a close call.
I have one more. Sure.
8 foot 1 3/4 inches. 8 foot 1 3/4 inches. John Cole, your frog is up now. John Cole. Fungus is the name of the frog. It's the Oregon Frog team. They've got another frog in here. Captained by John Hand, with John Cole's on the board here with the frog. And wipe that frog on the shirt, give him a nice big juicy kiss. Says, I love you, frog. Let's see if you love me back and get moving. Oh, he takes a little zigzag course and shortens it up. Brian York will be next. Brian York is up on deck here. Check out here what Gary's got going. 14 feet, 5 inches. 14 and 5 on that last jump. This is entered by Fran York, who's not feeling too well, but Brian jockeyed for her. Brian York with Frog Sinatra, the name of the frog for the Bozo team. Brian York. All right.
Either broke off or
Chad Jasic.
Yeah. 4 or 5 here.
All right, we have in all of our calculations, tabulations, everything. 15 feet 1.5. We had somehow didn't get Chad Jasic in here. Chad came in with a 16 and 10. Chad Jasic from the Jasic Frog Squad is up with Frogs Gone Wild. Frogs Gone Wild. Buck's got a mark here while we get Robert Ship will be next. He's coming up next will be from Team Nash, the Calaveras Frog Jockeys. 15, 1.5. Duplicate Frog, Deja Vu, 15, 1 and 1/2. All right, Robert Ship coming in with Naughty Frog, Calaveras Frog Jockeys, Team Nash.
Well, it was a nice step, but it just lasted too long. Yeah, I got really frustrated after 2 years. Come on.
All right, Calaveras Frog Jockeys, Robert Ship, Naughty Frog is the name of the frog. Came in with 18.5.
And the hero seemed like
They're working hard, trying hard. Frank Borelli Sr. will be next. Frank Borelli Sr. is coming up the stairs.
and then I had to send
You know, one of the things, I don't know if it's really obvious, the cement here is really hard.
it wasn't very good.
You see rug burns all the time, big time. Bruised knees. 17 and 2, 17 and 2. All right, Frank Borelli Sr., that 53-year veteran of frog jumping. Has anybody been here longer than that? I don't know. They've seen Frank every time. Sausage is the name of the frog. Gustine Frog Team is the team. And Frank Borelli Sr. is the jockey. There's a junior, and then there's younger kids yet, and it's going to go on for a long time. Someday they're going to go, they've been doing this for 120 years. Kyra Larson's next. Kyra Larson, you're up next. Bring Frog 5 for Kyra. We'll get a mark here for Frank Sr.
Which means that
We get Kyra.
so
16 and 3. 16 and 3. Let me get the pronunciation right here. It's a name I don't see too often. It's Kyran. Kyran Larson. Forgive me, Kyran. It's a new name for me. I like it. Frog number 5, Oregon Frog Team, Kyran Larson. He did real well earlier. I did see him jump before. He was gracious enough to let me mispronounce his name even then. Butch Hand will be next. Butch Hand will be coming up. I think he just disqualified his frog, didn't he? He touched the frog here. He's learning, you know. Again, a little swat there, no mark on that. Yeah, you can't touch them once they take off. All right, Butch Hand, you're up, Butch. No mark on that last one. Kind of accidentally got excited and touched him. Butch Hand has got a frog named Emma with the Oregon Frog Team. Here's Butch Hand. Eddie Vidal will be next. Oh, Butch, what happened? The son of a gun, now he's coming back at you
they
here.
kept saying,
One good leap and a couple little hops, and darn, the thing just kind of stopped. Eddie Vidot's on deck coming up.
oh yeah, we've had
We'll get a mark here
yeah, people rectify
for Butch.
it's their fault.
12 foot 1 1/4. 12 foot 1 1/4 inches. Eddie Vidot up with Uncle Dennis with the Frogaholics. And they're Frogaholics all the way to the core. Yeah, they talk, they sleep, they dream about frogs. Frogaholics. Eddie Vidot. Willie Tenbush will be up next. Willie. Yo, that's got a, I don't know if he's about the frog or about sliding on the carpet himself. Buck's got the mark in here. Willie Tenbush gets his frog ready. 17 feet 3.5 inches. 17, 3 1/2 inches. Willie Tenbush with a frog named Rocket with the Oregon Frog Team. Willie Tenbush, your time is clocking. All right. I know they've got a minute, so they kind of just work that frog a little bit, get him out here ready as Justin Fasano will be next. Willie Tenbush coming up here. Stretch some legs out, get him relaxed a little bit. Frog's ready to go. Belly flop. That just kind of knocked the air out of that frog. He went straight up and came down, not on his feet, but he made a little flop sound there. He'll get a mark. He did it short, but a mark. Justin Fasano's going to come up next. 5 and 7, 5 foot 7 inches on that last frog. Justin Fasano, Leap to It is the name of his frog. The Fasano Gustine Frog Team. He came in with an 18 2.5. Young man is ready to roll. All right, you're on. Justin Fasano, he's been doing this his whole life, believe it or not. He was, if I'm not mistaken, he was doing it before he was here. Mom was involved thoroughly at that time. Brenda Zilke is coming up next. Brianna, I'm sorry, I see that. Brianna Zilke will be next. 11 5 and 1.5. 11 5 and a half. Brianna Zilke coming in with Froggy with the Calaveras Frog Junkies. Team Z, a division of their team. She had a hop in there. That little hop killed it pretty badly there. That was. He was in the air on that. It wasn't really a gather coming up underneath him. That's right. 14 feet 9 3/4 inches. 14 feet 9 3/4 inches. Gabby Fasano is up now with her frog Lily Pad. Gabby Fasano, Gustine Frog Team. Gabby Fasano, Gustine Frog Team and her frog Lily Pad. Come on, Lily Pad, let's see what you got. Oh, she's straightening him out good enough to get out there beyond the real close to the blue mark. Frank Borelli Jr. will be up next. Frank Borelli Jr. See what Gary's got going out here on the mark. 16 feet 8.5 inches. 16 8 and 1/2. 16 feet 8.5 inches. All right. Frank Borelli Jr. with Granger Green is the name of the frog. Granger Green.
Pull out the first 5 yellow. Run down barrel.
All right, Frank Borelli Jr. with Granger Green, Gustine Frog Team. And he came right out to Jim. He didn't have to move much to get a mark right there. He's happy with that. He's smiling big. Jacob Kitchell, you're up next, Jacob. Hey, that frog's been smoking. I don't know what this frog's been doing. I think that frog smokes Marlboro and he jumps that far anyway. Can you believe that? Look at that frog. He's packing cigarettes. Give me the mark there, Gary. 18 11 and 1/2. 18 11 and 1/2. Somebody lost a cigarette out there. First thing, I've never seen that in the years. Jacob Kitchell up here with a frog named Wood of the Foothill Froggers. Jacob Kitchell. Wood is the name of the frog. Gavin Watts will be next on deck, as we say. Oh, and he takes a left turn. We get a mark there. Well, Gavin Watts is getting on deck. Gavin Watts on deck. That's shooting over there in the arena, I'll tell you what, dude. $14 and 8. 14 feet 8 inches on that last jump. 14 feet 8 inches. Gavin Watts coming up here with the Bozos. You saw them participating in that little Jay Leno skit there earlier on. The Bozos, a fun group. AJ, the name of the frog. Gavin Watts, the jockey. The Bozos. They've won numerous times in the past. Oh, heartbreak. What possessed that frog to head into the crowd? He didn't like that crowd out there, I guess. David Perez, you'll be up next. David Perez coming up next. David Perez, you better come up on deck, bro. You get marked here and it'll be David's turn. 15 foot 2 1/2. David Perez is ready with his frog bill, and David is with the Bozos. David Perez with the Bozos with a frog named Bill. All right, some good-looking frogs here happening. Isabel Borelli is coming up next. Isabel Borelli on deck, please. All right, we've got 17 feet 9 1/4 inches. 17 feet 9 1/4. 17 9 1/4. Isabel Borelli. Greenie, the name of her frog with the Gustine Frog team. Isabel Borelli. Like I said, 53 years of frog jumping fun. They managed to get frogs in the finals most of the time. No matter how good you are, it's just, you know, the funny thing, it's not really funny, I guess, you know, you could have a 27-foot jump in the elimination process, but you're still going to bring it on here and show what you got. They don't always do the trick. 10 foot 4 3/4 inches on that jump. 10 foot 4 3/4. Michael Zilke coming up here with our next frog. Junior, Michael Zilke Jr. I was saying Michael because there's Mike. And Michael Jr. with a frog named Hopper, the Calaveras frog jockey. Let's see what Michael's got going here. While, is it Tom Wagros? Is that it? Did I get it right? Tom Wagros with the Jacek Frog Squad. 13 8 3/4, 13 feet 8 3/4 inches, 13 8 3/4. 15. All right, Tom. I'm sorry I messed up your last name. Mickey Mouse is the name of the frog. Jacek Frog Squad. Disqualified. All right. Not so all right. Mike Nash, you're up. Mike Nash coming up with Clark Croak. Team Nash, Calaveras Frog Jockeys. Out of Vallecito, Mike Nash, Park Crook. Come on, Mike. He's going to restart that frog. He's just going to do a quick dip. We got 45 seconds. Mike's the guy you saw donate a frog to a fellow competitor earlier this thing with the first frog out. Really good frog karma coming back at him. Frank Fasano will be up next. Frank, you'll be on deck right now. Cheering section's already warming up for you. 17-6, 17 feet 6 inches on that jump for Mike. Respectable jump most of the time. All right, Frank Fasano with Airborne. Gustine Frog Team, Frank Fasano with Airborne, the name of the frog. Lindsay Weiland will be next. Lindsay Weiland, you're on deck. Took a little bit of a right turn and shortened it up by a bit. Lindsay Weiland coming up next as we get a mark here. "17 feet with a half inch, 17 feet, half inch, 17 and a half inch added, 17 foot, half inch. Lindsay Weiland, you're up with Slimer. Slimer for the Bozos. Lindsay Weiland with Slimer, and the team is the Bozos. All right, Lindsay with her frog, as Bill Hand will be next. Bill Hand, I hope you hear me out there. You're on deck, Bill. Lindsay's got a mark out here. Bill Hand, you're on deck, bud. Oregon Frog Team, Bill Hand. I hope you're watching the thing there. There they come. "14 feet 3 inches, 14 and 3. 14 foot 3 inches on that last jump. All right. Bill Hand, you're up and you're on. Let's go with Pickles the Frog with the Oregon Frog Team. Bill Hand, a frog named Pickles, and Oregon Frog Team. All righty. Are you having fun yet? Huh? I guess not. I don't know. It's getting awful tense down here. These guys, I guess it's called fun. When they talk about it later tonight, it'll be all kinds of good stories. The frogs that coulda, the shoulda, the woulda. Well, there you go. Frog, back to the barn that way. Hey, back here. Right by me real quick. John Kitchell, you're up next, John. Thank you. John Kitchell will be up next while we get a mark here. 11 foot even on that jump, 11 on the button. John Kitchell, Ike's Hopper is the name of the frog. Ike's Hopper, Calaveras Frog Jockeys. Ike's Hopper. Ike's Shopper, Ike's Hopper. Ike Shopper. Hey, look out. He's headed for Judy's purse. I saw that. Headed for Judy's purse. I knew it. And frogs are nasty about that. They like ladies' purses. Mike Albin, you're up next. "18 4 1/4. 18 foot 4 1/4 inches. Good mark for the day. Mike Albin. $18 4 1/4 on that last one. Burning Frog is the name of the frog for Mike Albin. Team Green is the team. Laura Kitchell will be on deck. She's waiting in the wings here for her next one. Mike Alvin. He's getting his frog just going. That's a heck of a good looking jump. Steve's got it marked right, pegged it right on the button. Laura Kitchell getting her frog ready. You're seeing some very good frog jumping here. Nothing close to world record yet. The day's not over. 18, 6 1/4, 18 feet, 6 1/4 inches on that last frog. As Laura Kitchell comes in with high gear. High gear coming in with the Calaveras frog jockeys. Laura Kitchell. Calaveras frog jockeys with high gear.
Riders, we're going to let you run around the arena one time for just a little fun.
Laura Kitchell, Calaveras frog jockeys, our local team, looking good, looking good. Like I mentioned before, this tape out here is somewhere relatively close to 16 foot, nothing precise about it. So they know they're getting in there fairly decently once they get past that blue tape. 17 and 10, 17 feet, 10 inches on that. That's right, give her a round. Okay, we've got Dr. Johnson. He's got his frog croaker and he's jumping with the Oregon frog team. Dr. Johnson with the Oregon frog team. Croaker, the name of the frog. He came in 19 2 1/2 is what he came in with for qualifier. All right, Brock, let's see what you got going here while Kevin Daly gets up ready. Kevin, you're up next. Kevin Daly's on deck, so that'll be the next one up, Kevin. All right. $14 feet even. 14 foot even on that last jump.
And if you want to talk to our competitors, don't leave the horse clear, you can go right over you can get your picture taken with our cowboy challenge.
All right, Kevin Daly. Kevin Daly, and then Jock Smith will be up right after Kevin. Kevin Daly with the Bozos, it's cheaper to leaper. Kevin, cheaper to leaper is the name of the frog. He's got making an impression on that frog. Right out there. Got it like that. Jock Smith is in the wings waiting on there. Yeah, we all want to see what this mark comes in. I'll tell you in just a second. Ooh. 20 feet and 4. 20 foot 4 inches. Sorry, Rove McNash is just shattered by that. Rove, you what are you going to do? Jock Smith, you're up. Next frog up is Jock Smith. He came in with a looks like a 19 with something and a half there. I can't quite read the scribble. Tell it goodbye, Foothill Froggers, Jock Smith, Foothill Froggers. Tell it goodbye. We're getting close, folks. Oh, Jock, son of a gun, that thing took hard left turn and headed right back to the barn. Riley Kitchell, you're up on deck. Riley Kitchell, please. Be ready, Foothill Froggers, while we see what we get here for his mark. $11 foot 2 1/2, 11 feet 2 1/2 inches, 11 foot 2 1/2. Riley Kitchell, full hand is the name of the frog with Foothill Froggers, Riley Kitchell. All right, we're going to get a mark off. Brent Bloom gets his frog ready. Brent's coming up. 18 feet 9 1/4. 18, 9 1/4. Now Brent Bloom is up here with the Bozos. Angel Face is the name of the frog. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Brent jumped the first frog of the jump Thursday, came in with a 19 7.5, and he qualified. He just stopped right there. That was an awesome beginning to the jumps there. Michael Wright, you're up next. Michael Wright will be up next. We'll get a mark here for Brent. That was pretty awesome. The very first jump of the frog jump this year was a big jump, 19 7.5. 17 feet with a 1/2 inch. 17 feet with 1/2 inch. All right. Michael Wright with the Bozos with a frog named Sunshine. Here comes Michael Wright with the Bozos, and Sunshine is the name of the frog. Nice second and third jump, but that first one kind of didn't do him any favors. We're down to the last jockey coming up here. We're about done with it, folks. If you've been watching, you've kind of got a sense of the way it's rolling here. We're going to keep rolling. It's not over till it's over. 14 and 1, 14 feet 1 inch. 14 foot and 1 inch. And the ones that came in with over 20 feet in the qualifications was the Oregon Frog team with Douglas Lindsay. Douglas Lindsay came in with over the edge, the Oregon Frog team. And this year's our last competitor in the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Douglas Lindsay, the Oregon Frog team, has the last chance to reach it out there and see what he's going to do. And a worthy effort, by golly, that's a good one. All right, momentarily. Hang with us while they've been sorting and shuffling the papers behind me here. These gals are working hard. "17 feet 8 inches, 17 feet and 8 inches on that last jump. All right, well, bear with us a few moments here. We've had Carrie and Kathleen working hard back here. Janet and Pam, Sue and Sherry working hard back there, tabulating things as they've been going. Somebody's awfully happy there, Kevin Haley. He's just like, it's interesting how that played right in with the whole Tonight Show thing. Big kiss from Fran. Lord mercy, that's all right. And believe me when I tell you, the celebration is only just beginning. Awesome jump. Awesome jumping. Oh! It's raining. There was no escaping it, Kevin. That was just the way. You knew it was coming. You knew it. Rove's a good sport about it. He gives him a good congratulations. Everybody's got to get their little bottle of water in on him. Bottle, the clean stuff. Not frog water. Ron's got the trophy out here. Ray's got some plates in hand. Kim's got helping out, getting the plates ready, all these honors here. Along with that comes some moolah, a little bit of frog money comes along with this event. We're going to honor the winners here momentarily. I believe we've got a special guy coming out here to do the presentation. Tim's getting ready here in the wings. Shall I introduce him now? Like I said, the gals back here, Sean is overseeing it, making sure they've got these totals in order. There's about 6 ladies working on that heatedly as the event progressed. I know the anticipation is something don't go away. You're going to get to see it happen right here before your eyes. Crowning of the new champion for this year to have bragging rights for the full year till next year, and it'll all happen again. Of course, we'll see it here, right? 3rd weekend in May, as always, for the longest time now. Kevin is one half. I swear he looks like he's about 2 inches off the ground there, floating along with his fun frog. He and the frog are about as wet as each other right now. The whole team is elated. They're just, it's like a group victory for sure, no doubt about it. They all work hard, they work together, they support each other 100% as all the teams do. As long as you spell his name right, can't go too wrong.
Call one more time.
All right, we're getting closer, hold on. The girls are working hard back here, the ladies I should say. Gavin Watts, where are you, Gavin Watts? I hope you can hear me. You better hurry up and get down here on stage and get a picture with the winning team. You're part of that. Gavin Watts, where are you? Yo, Gavin, come on down here. Quick. Get in this. You want to be part of this photograph here. Gavin on the double. Hope you hear me. If you know Gavin, spot him. Send him down.